The second pillar then, score the biggest goal, is all about identifying the highest value items to deliver as part of the project and to de-scope anything which is of lower or limited value. Just a quick reminder then, the challenge framework is comprised of 6 pillars. They are clarity, score the biggest goal, little and often, brand and position, talk, and complexity kills. The second pillar, score the biggest goal, is all about identifying the highest value item which solves the majority of the customer's problem and de-scoping anything which is of lower or limited value. So this pillar is all about living the 80-20 principle. The 80-20 rule, or the Pareto's law, basically says that 80% of the value of something is delivered through 20% of the effort. So again, that's about prioritising the highest value items to deliver in the project and removing anything which is of lower or limited value. The reason for applying the 80-20 principle to projects is that the majority of the problems that a customer faces are usually addressed by delivering 1 or 2 very high value items during the project. You'll often find that delivering the remaining 20% value of a project takes up a huge amount of extra resource, time and energy. Focusing on the highest value items, i.e. delivering the 80% of value as opposed to the 20%, is often a recipe for succeeding and delivering high value, high impact projects. Those resources are often better utilised on a phase 2 follow-on project, which again focuses on delivering the 80%, the very highest value items, and de-scoping anything which is of limited or low value. So the phrases on the pillar say, live the 80-20 principle, deliver the 80% value, the remainder will drain you dry. And that's really an indication that delivering a small number of very high value items as part of the project is often the right and best approach. Delivering that additional 20% can often be a poor return on investment, taking a huge amount of energy, time and resources to deliver something which is of limited or marginal value. The title of each pillar is a single word or a short phrase which is designed to be very simple and easy to remember. A good way to unlock the power of those pillars, though, is to ask a series of related questions. For this pillar, the first question to ask yourself is, what is the minimum that can be delivered that solves the largest component or main cause of the customer's problem? As we talked about in the clarity pillar, the idea of delivering a project is to deliver high value for the least amount of effort. So we're looking to compress timelines, deliver high value, high impact results in the least amount of time and using the least amount of resources. So this question talks about delivering the least amount with the highest value. The more value that we can deliver in a short amount of time using fewer resources as possible is obviously advantageous and means that the project can deliver on its results more quickly. Solving the largest component or main cause of the customer's problem is a focusing question. The idea obviously is to get a really good understanding of what the customer problem is. There may be one, there may be several, but to identify the highest value, most significant, valuable problem to solve and to focus our time and energy and resources on solving and addressing that problem. When delivering a project, often there's several results or outputs which are going to be produced. So often when we're delivering a project, there's maybe 1 or 2 things which are of really high value and then a number of other things which will get delivered as part of the project which are of middle or low value. There's a range of values that are delivered in terms of the outputs and results, but we really want to try and focus our energy and efforts around delivering and identifying what those highest value items are and to forget, omit, delay or repurpose some of the others. So the second question is, what will the customer settle for? So this is a framing and perception question. So the second question, what will the customer settle for, is aimed at identifying what's the least that we can do in order to satisfy the customer's main problem. Often we propose a very beautiful, elegant, sophisticated solution to the customer's problem. It's important to understand how sophisticated and elegant a solution the customer is looking for. Oftentimes when we use the word settle for, it means they're just looking for a fix to their problem. It doesn't always have to be beautiful, it doesn't have to be elegant, it doesn't have to be sophisticated, it doesn't have to be automated. If the problem is quite painful for them, they'll often put up or settle for something which is less sophisticated, less elegant, less beautiful. Sometimes when we get into a discussion with the customer about what it is they'll settle for, we might be surprised by the answer. We might be expecting something that's very sophisticated and beautiful and elegant, but actually they'd probably be quite happy to have something that just works in a very basic way, perhaps manual or semi-manual, that is not particularly pretty but just works. So the third question is, what single thing, if delivered, would delight the customer? Again, this is a focusing question, and rather than preempting what the answer might be, it's valuable to talk to the customer and get a real answer. We're looking for the single one item that is of highest value, that addresses the main cause or the primary pain point for the customer that we could deliver to them as part of this project. The fourth question, in what other ways could some or all of that benefit be delivered quicker, cheaper and better? Again, is a focusing question. We're looking for ways and means to deliver the same value, the same result to the customer to fix their problem, but in a different way, in an easier, simpler, quicker, cheaper way. So there may be ways and means of delivering the value from the project which fixes the main cause or main problem that the customer is facing. There may be ways to do that we haven't considered or that we've considered and rejected for various reasons, and this is really an opportunity to refocus and reanalyze our approach to the project in order to look for ways and means to deliver the same value but in quicker, cheaper or better ways. Again, as we discussed in the clarity pillar, oftentimes we move from problem to solution very quickly, and this is just really an opportunity again to revisit that and reanalyze our approach to come up with perhaps an interesting or different way of delivering the same value but more quickly, cheaper, better. I hope you enjoyed and found this video useful. Please subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, give it a thumbs down, and please leave comments in the comments section.